welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 104. I'm not even going to get into what day it is because by the time you're watching this, it's probably going to be midweek to the end of the week, and so let's just say that it's the week of March 24th, 2014, and leave it at that. I had meant to record over the weekend, but it didn't happen. Again, because it's just been so crazy busy that it wasn't in the cards. So, um, Saturday, me and Dennis went up to visit my grandmother upstate. She's doing well, by the way. So, she's there. She's happy to see us. I just wish I could see her more often, but she's literally like an hour and a half away from us now. So she's not in Brooklyn anymore, but yeah, she's up, upstate. And it's not always easy getting out of the city every weekend. And finally, me and Dennis made it happen. And, I was just really great. It was really great to spend some time with her. I actually brought her some knitting. I know she has arthritis. I know she can't really do anything with her hands, but I brought her, just like two skeins of yarn. And some knitting needles. She knows how to knit, but she's not as avid as a knitter as my great grandmother was, her mother, that I mentioned from time to time. When I went to Germany, I don't know if you were familiar, but with my previous episodes, I've talked about it before, but my great grandmother, yeah, every time when I went to visit her when I was very, very little, she'd always be in the corner knitting. And I like to think that's where I got it from because no one else in my family knits as much as I remember her knitting. So, yeah, that gene got passed down to me. So I'm very excited about that. But yes, my grandmother, she knows how to knit, but she doesn't do it. She never did it as much as my great grandmother. So I brought her, I know she does. She's not very. I've never seen my grandmother paint or draw or anything like that, but I know she's up there, and I know she just watches TV, and I just kind of wanted to give her like some kind of creative outlet or something. So I just bought her like two skeins of yarn and some knitting needles, like US 10s, nothing that's too intricate or anything like that. And I know she has like I'm going on about this. I'll stop. But she's got arthritis, and I just wanted her to have something, so I brought her a little stash booty, if you will. But yeah, it was great to see her. I spent some time with her. Dennis went out and got her coffee and Dunkin' Donuts, her favorite. So even though she's not supposed to have donuts, but anyway, I'm digressing. Yes, it's been a busy weekend, but anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's been a busy weekend. On Sunday, Dennis had his bandmates over. They shot a music video in our apartment. It was great. Very artistic. But anyway, obviously, I did not have time to record. And while they were filming their music videos, I was hand dyeing yarn. So lots of creative things happening in our apartment over the weekend, just not podcasting. Anyway, so here I am midweek recording and lots of stuff to talk about. I have a feeling it's going to be a short episode, but yeah, it's going to be a short episode looking at my show notes, but I've got stuff to talk about, okay? Yeah, so first up, what's on my needles? Nothing off the needles this week because last week was just too much going on. But in my favorite Jessa Lou Lighthouse bag, this bag brings me great joy and happiness. Ugh, I don't know. Is my hand-dyed Wicked. If you tuned out before the shop update, you probably missed this part. But I cast on a pair. I forgot to mention that I cast on a pair of vanilla socks using my hand-dyed Wicked yarn. So yeah, very bright green, hints of yellow and brown in there, and some vanilla socks. And look, I'm doing the afterthought heel. I've caught the after heel thought bug. I'm giving it maybe about 2 or 3 more pairs of socks before I go back to my go-to vanilla socks, my vanilla sock pattern that I've been working, that I've been using forever and ever. So and yes, I owe you guys a pattern. I want to knit a pair of said socks and just use them as a model, and again, I want to make it pretty, and I just haven't had the time. I've been doing other things that need to be done. So yeah, but in the meantime, I've been plowing away on these. I'm about ready for the toe decrease. So yeah, I can't wait to just kind of insert a little heel right there. And yeah, so that's where I am with this first sock. I'm using just plain knit picks, US one. I've been using 1.5s actually. My BBQ zombie socks, which I tried finishing, I didn't realize it, but the toe, like I finished the first sock and then started the second sock and then dropped it for about a year and a half maybe, and then I was watching the Stockinette Zombies, and Amy had the same exact yarn colorway, the same exact yarns, the BBQ zombie colorway, and she's like, "Oh, I forgot to finish these eons ago," and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna take this as a cue and finish these. So I was knitting and knitting and knitting, and then I realized, okay, my gauge has changed. This is weird. um and it didn't dawn on me that the needles that I was using, like, I knew that they were US ones, but I thought for the longest time that I've been using US ones forever and ever. But no, I've been using US 1.5s, and that truly affected my gauge and naturally. So I those are back on the back burner, and I just don't have the wherewithal to rip back all the way again. And I'll get to it one day. One day when I'm old and gray, I'll just say, "Hey, stockinette." No, not stockinette zombies. BBQ zombie socks. I've missed you. Let me rip you out and finish you finally. But anyway, yeah. So here's where we are. Hand-dyed socks. Very excited. I just love. I don't know. Can I just like toot my own horn? I love the way this is knitting up. I absolutely love the variegation in here, and I'm smitten. I actually ran out of dye for this colorway. I had to order more, so it should be coming this week, and then I can dye up some more. So if you're waiting for any more Wicked, it's coming. I promise. I just have to wait for the dye to get here. So I've been pounding the colorways, but anyway, back in the Jessa Lou bag you go. Also on the needles, the Any Man's jumper, cardigan, sweater, whatever you want to call it, knit along, that I started with Ellie from the Ellie's Knit Insanity podcast. Yeah. So the cast on date was this Saturday. So I tweeted about it. I unlocked the Ravelry thread. So if you're still interested in joining, join now. The thread has been unlocked. You can win prizes, but you have to join the official Any Man's Jumper knit along thread. There's one for chit chat and chatter and what have you, but this one is specifically for people who are participating in the knit along, and one post per participant. Just to clarify things. You can update it. Go in and update your post as many times as you want. Update photos, anything that warrants an update for this knit along. But because we're doing giveaways and prizes and whatnot, we want it to be fair. So one post per person. Customize your post as much as you want. Just one post per person. If I don't know, if me or Ellie spot a duplicate entry from a participant, we may delete one. We'll notify you before we do it, but we will have to delete one of them and maybe cut and paste whatever you've posted in there and move it into your original post. So just be forewarned and advised. So yeah, but yes, I am, for this Cal, I am knitting the Ranger cardigan by Jared Flood from Brooklyn Tweed. And I have a sleeve. Yay. It's not, again, you can tell I did not have much time this weekend, but I cast on the morning of the 22nd, and it's running all the way through May 16th, so another Saturday. But anyway, and the yarn is Malabrigo Rios in Kogo, and Dennis picked this colorway out himself. He loves it. And it's just a very simple, it's such a very meditative kind of pattern, if you will, because it's kind of like a ribbed slip stitch, if you will, and ribbed sleeve. And I've been using from my quilting phase that I'm not going back there. I don't know, unless somewhere down the line I decide I want to try quilting again. It's not for me. But I have like a whole box of basting pins, and I've been using these as stitch markers just to mark how many times I've increased. But the yarn, oh my goodness, it is so squishy and so soft, and yeah, so I'm really enjoying it, and this is one skein. So yeah, And the needles, I bought these so long ago. I started out magic looping with these, but I actually have to invest in some quality US 8s. I swear, I only knit on these past years or whatever, what have you. I've only been knitting on nothing above like typically nothing above a US 7 because I've pretty much been on a sock knitting kick, a lace knitting kick, and I've just haven't been compelled to knit anything that requires a US 8, 9, or 10, or 11, or 13, or anything like that, what have you. So, but this pattern called for US 8. And the only US 8 needles that I have are some Knit Picks Zephyrs, which I don't feel like finding right now. Those are the clear acrylic ones. Yeah. And then I had these. I think these are Boye, that you can find at any craft store. I got these at Michael's or Joann's years ago. And you can tell the wire is not easily malleable. I mean, it wasn't horrible knitting with it, but I was just not enjoying knitting with these as much as I would have loved to cast on using some Chiaogus. I would love some Chiaogus. I need some Chiaogus. I need to just treat myself. I really do. I don't know, but I'm torn. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Well, no, I'll talk about it now. You see, Ellie, she had me send her some knit picks, a whole set of knit picks, and when they came, because they don't ship to the UK, so I gladly said I will gladly send you some. Just forward me the cash, whatever, and I will gladly ship them to you. So anyway, they came in the mail, and I opened the box, and I was like, oh, these are beautiful, because like she ordered the Caspian, the Knit Picks Caspian. They're the wooden. If you're familiar with the Harmony, they're more rainbowy wood. These are like the color of the sea. They're purple, teal, blue, and beautiful colors. And I was just like, oh, I need these. These are beautiful. So, but I love Chiaogus. I'm all about them. I'm just like, yeah, they're my they're like Louboutins to me, basically. So now it's kind of like, which do I invest in? Do I want these or do I want these? One clearly is more budget friendly, whereas the other ones are just metal. I mean, they are metal. So I just really have to delegate it, because I do love knitting. Maybe I'm thinking out loud here, but the Chiaogus are great for, like, I love knitting socks with them, with the circular, the red lace ones with the metal tips. Those are great for sock knitting. But when it comes to other garments and stuff like that, I generally feel like shawls and sweaters, I like the wood. So I'm thinking maybe I can just order some Caspian interchangeable needles a la carte, because I know you don't have to buy the whole set, you can buy them a la carte. So maybe that's what I'll do for this project. I'll get some US 8s, the wooden circulars for this. But yeah, sorry, I was thinking totally out loud just there for the past couple of minutes. But anyway, now you know where my brain is. So, but yeah, I don't know. I may have gotten these from, I really don't know where I purchased these from. They might be Michael's, but they're just plastic, no name DPNs, and they happen to be a size 8, and they were in my bag, my knitting needle bag from days of yore when I picked up knitting again after years and years. So anyway, they do their job, they get it done. But yeah, I kind of wish I had some wooden ones right now. So yeah, that's where I am. But yeah, I ordered about, I think, 8 or 9 skeins of these. Let me see. I think I showed this to you last week, but yeah, this is the skein. It's Cocoa, Malabrigo, go, and one skein has about 210 yards, at 100 grams. So, and it's pure merino superwash. So he can wash this. He can do whatever the heck he wants with it. Toss it in the tumble dryer, what have you. But yeah, I think for a worsted weight yarn, 210 yards, that's pretty good for the price point. And I believe the price point was, what was it? Was it 11? I got it on sale online somewhere. I'm totally blanking. I don't have the receipt, but anyway, I believe I purchased for like 11, 12.50 maybe. I don't know, but it was a good deal, and he liked the color, and I love the yarn, and yada yada. So, yay! Um, spinning. I have some spinning, but nothing significant. So let me just talk about stash enhancement because I do have some stash enhancement to show you. Do I want to talk about? No, I'll hold off spinning. But today I got some more yarn, and it's from Jinx, and I love her yarns because they're awesome. And I had this colorway in my cart for over 2 weeks, and it was still there, and I was ogling it, and I was pining for it, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it because I had a rough week, and I'm just like, I'm gonna treat myself like I do. So I purchased a skein of her Glitz sock in Golden Saucer, and it's beautiful. I just, it's even more pretty in person. I don't know, but glitter, glitter for the win. I don't know. I love it. But yeah, it's her gold saucer, 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. And yeah, it's from, I believe, I'm getting the numbers wrong, but it's from a previous Final Fantasy, some number, um, sock club that she had going on that I did not partake in, but she made it available to everyone else at some point. So, and I'm horrible at video games, so I don't remember what Final Fantasy it was, but yeah, I love it. I just love it. Look at those colors, like the teal and the yellow. I'm smitten. Thank you, Laura. This is awesome. So I have like two other skeins of hers that I have to knit up. So I'm slowly stockpiling, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, her stuff's great. So this is, yeah, one of my new favorites. And if you remember last episode, I was lamenting over some gourmet stash that I spent a good amount of time spinning on my Lendrum, but then when it came to plying, it was just one of those days where I came home, I was tired, I was watching TV, and I didn't realize I was plying in the wrong Navajo plying in the wrong direction, and the thing just turned to crinkle, and it was just totally useless, and I was distraught. And so I went back onto Gourmet Stash, and I may have purchased an obligatory box of chocolates. Because, I'm sorry, when stuff like that happens, it warrants a box of chocolates. And I also saw it on Ellie's podcast. She had purchased one, and I was just like, ooh, I want one. I want them too. But, I mean, can we just talk about... Let me close this a second. Can we just talk about this adorable box? I mean, how adorable is this? I mean, this is what chocolates come in, basically. So, yeah, big chocolates. And they are big chocolates, and they're fibery tribbles, and I'm babbling. But yeah, raspberry chocolate. We have a minty chocolate. And we have a caramel chocolate, I believe. Salted caramel, maybe? I don't know, I'm just making things up. But, yeah, there are two of each. And here's our obligatory box of chocolates. And each one, oh yes, and the obligatory stitch marker, and it's wine or champagne. I think the woman knows me a little too much, but I love wine. But anyway, I digress. Let me see. Fiber triple contents: yak, superfine merino, bamboo, chessa silk, and Angelina. So lovely, lovely, lovely. It did take a little time to get to me, only because Katie was sick. She was not feeling well. So as an apology, she sent an extra tribble along with my chocolates, and I'm sorry for the crinkling again. But this little bonus tribble, how adorable is that? I love the colors. Let me see, and it's superfine merino, alpaca, yak silk, bamboo, Angelina, dark skies. I love it. So, yay! Very excited about that. Yes. Thank you, Kate. I know you've been super busy. preparing for your show, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Love these. Cannot wait to dive into them. Spinning. Yes. Okay. No real spinning going on except for what's on my trindle and I showed you last week. It's a little bit fatter, to quote Kim from Craft Stash. I got a little chubby cop. I mean, hers was a fat cop, but mine's a chubby cop. No. This is not even chubby. This is an anorexic cop. Yeah. Do anorexic cops exist? I don't know. But yes, if there are anorexic cops, this is an anorexic cop, and I need to fatten it up. So we have work to do, and I just talked to my trindle. So yeah. Okay. Oh, good times. I've been busy. So clearly I'm just talking to my spindle and yeah. But anyway, this, by the way, is from the lovely Miss Ellie. And she has a lovely fiber on her Etsy shop as well. She does hand knit bags and everything and yarn. It's beautiful. And she so kindly sent me shades of Voolenvine. She hand dyed this up for me personally. And oh my gosh, I'm loving spinning with it. Even though there's not much here, I love spinning with it. And she's very, very good at making ponies. And I'm spinning from these. These are shades of Voolenvine. 50% baby camel, 50% Tessa silk, 20 grams. So if you're curious, let me see. Go. Yeah. If you get that to focus, that would be wonderful. Okay, there we go. And then sheep. Love the sheep. Yay! So, yeah. Sorry, I feel like I'm so giddy today. I don't know why, but anyway. Bear with me. So yes, I'm having fun spinning that up. I think I'm going to be spinning more of this after I'm done recording. So, and this is my trindle, by the way. Yeah. So, I think this is like purple heart yarn. Yes. Okay. Anyway, another conversation. Shop update. Do I want to get into that now? Let me see. Yeah, it's a short episode. I apologize, but I have not had much time to put a dent in much of anything. So I am just going to go into shop updates because yesterday I just died like crazy. So shop update. If you're not interested, I will see you next time. Happy knitting. And if you are interested in seeing what I've been dyeing up, stay tuned because I have been dyeing like a mad woman again yesterday. And I believe on Friday I dyed up some stuff. So I've got lots of stuff to show you. But yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something and then I forgot. Yes, it's spring. Hola. Huzzah, it's spring. So if you follow my shop, generally you know that I kind of gravitate towards like the dark, muted shades. And I decided to just kind of like switch gears a little bit and just kind of have like a few colorways that are bright and cheery and just springy. And, you know, I think I'm going to be doing some more springy colors in the coming weeks. But I was having fun just kind of challenging myself to just get out of my comfort zone and dye up some more happy things. So, yay. Let me get to it. Okay. First up, we have Purple Peep. And if you love Peeps, those marshmallowy, sugary things that come out you can pretty much get them all year round now, but the spring Easter season is the time to jump on the Peeps. So I just dyed up this one and it spoke to me. It said, I want to be a Purple Peep. So Purple Peep it is. And this is I dyed it up in MCN, my merino nylon cashmere lush base. So it's super springy, super soft. And yeah, I have it in that. And then I also dyed it up in my McGinnis colorway. So, which is great for socks. Get that to focus. Focus. There we go. So yeah. 2 Purple Peeps. And I'm going to be dyeing up some more, but right now these two are up in the shop, and I actually tried dyeing up another one, but it did not come out for some reason. Not all dye baths go according to plan, and this one came out a little bit inconsistent, but I still love the way it turned out. So I don't really consider it a mistake. I don't know if I can legitimately call it the same colorway. Um, but yeah, this was supposed to be purple peep, but it has like it's like a redder purple in some areas and a bluer purple in other areas. And this is again my Lush sock base, so I've got to skein it, reskein it. I just have to call it something else. It may just be a one of a kind, but I kind of want to replicate it again because it's so pretty. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I'll put it up in the shop. Whoever wants it may have it. So I will just name it a one of a kind, but I'm sure it's definitely repeatable. So we'll see. So yeah, that's one colorway. Another springy colorway I did was this one. This is very out of my comfort zone if you know me. And this kind of reminded me, if you're familiar with like Haribo gummies, you've probably seen them around. I think they correct me if I'm wrong. They might be, I think they're German. I don't know, but they make Haribo makes a peach gummy. They're like little round yellow and orange, pink peach gummies coated in sugar. So great for your teeth, right? So when I dyed this up, this totally reminded me of it. And this again is on my Lush base. So there's that. Super cheerful. And this one, I saw someone on Instagram, might have been Design Sponge, I don't know, but she posted like a beautiful bouquet of roses and leaves, and I saw it and I'm just like, I must dye that. And this is what came of it. So you have some natural yarn in there, hints of brown, like a cocoa brown, but then like these shocks of rose reds and pinks, and then like leafy greens. So, and this is a bed of roses. So yeah, that's that. I dyed it up in, what is it? This is again my Lush sock base, merino nylon cashmere, and then I dyed it up again in McGinnis. So I have to reskein it, but this is what it looks like. Not skeined. So you can see like, and this I just used, because like when I dye yarn, just so the strands don't get tangled and looped, I always just tie like I don't know, a piece of ribbon or something around it just to keep the strands in place. So yeah, but this is what it looks like. I did a little resistance dyeing too, so I think the brown I tied knots in it, and then I dyed the whole skein with knots in it into brown, and it just kind of added that little accent to it. But yeah, so I have to put this in the shop, but I want to reskein it first. So yeah, there's that, and this is the last one of the like springy colorways that I've recently dyed up. So this is called Tough Chicky. You can kind of guess why. It has like all these glorious pastels in there. You have green, pastel green, yellow, pink, blue, and then just to kind of roughen it up a little bit, not roughen it up, but just kind of not make it so like pastels. I threw in some shocks of black in there. So Tough Chicky, sweet but not too sweet, if you will. So very heavily variegated. I love this one. I really do. I only have one of these, but I definitely want to dye up some more. But this is in the shop right now. So there's that one. And then the other ones, I dyed up some favorites. Reflector, which I dyed based on the album cover of Arcade Fire, their latest album. I dyed up some more because I got some more requests. So I dyed up 2 of these on my Blitz sock base, which is Stellina, nylon, and merino. So yeah, there's that one. And then this is what it looks like when it's not reskeined, just to give you an idea. This is the second one. Whee! So clearly this must be reskeined. Can you imagine getting this in the mail? Like, here's your yarn. No. I will not do that to anybody. Anyway, yeah. So 2 of those, and then another one that I got some requests for was Cockle Cove, and that one happened by accident, but because people loved it so much, I dyed up some more on my Blitz sock base. Again, not skeined, but it will be soon. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me see. Here's one that's skeined. Not re-skeined, but it is in a skein. And these are both on my, Blitz sock base. So there's glitter, and it's very cockly covey, if you will. So, yay, there's that. Oh yes, there's more. I also have Cockle Cove on McGinnis. So there's that. And then, last but not least, this is it. Myth on my Blitz sock base. I have never dyed Myth on my Blitz yet, so I figured it was time. People love it, so I'm just like, all right, I'll migrate it to the other sock base. So there's that. Yay! So, that's a lot of talking. Okay, so yeah, what else? But yeah, those are all going up in the shop, so definitely check it out. I put some stuff on sale because I just kind of they've had their moment in the sun, and I'm never gonna dye them up again. So I believe they're 20% off. I think they're 20% off. But yeah, there's a whole sale section in the Etsy shop. I'm working on a website, so stay tuned for that. Just, a little home base where you can check out all my bases and about stuff, and, a blog basically for my Etsy shop. I'm working on it. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to having fun with that. But yeah, that's it for like shop update and everything like that. And what else? I've got some other news that I want to talk about as far as the shop and everything like that, but I'm going to keep it on the DL for now because it's too premature to talk about. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm so glad that everyone else is liking what I'm dyeing up. So, yay! Yeah, other than that, I'm just trying to think of blather stuff. Manicure, I finally did my nails today. This is, in case you're curious, I don't know. What did I do? I kept it simple, but I did a little accent type thing. Not the neatest manicure in the world, but I needed to do something, and today was the day. But anyway, the base I used was Elisa. Yeah, Julep Elisa. And then, what is it? I topped it with, and the accent now, surprisingly, is Kristen with an EN. So, yes, there is a Julep, because like Julep names all their colors after women's names, I guess. Female names, and this one happens to be Kristen, but with an EN, and my name ends in an IN. And for once, I would just love for there to be like a Kristen with an IN, because people always misspell the majority of people always misspell my last name. The majority of people always misspell my name, and it's not a big deal generally, but it does, like, the thing that really ticks me off. I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent here about people misspelling my name. Generally, I really wouldn't mind, if you were meeting me for the first time or whatever, but like when I send out a bunch of emails, like at work, for example, like if I send out an email and sign the end of the email, best wishes, Kristen, Kristin, and you keep responding, and people keep responding to those emails, spelling my name with an EN or some totally different spelling, it kind of take offense to that. I don't know. Not that I'm like angry at them, but it's just like, did you not read the email? Can you just like take a moment after you're done writing the email, make sure you're spelling my name right? That's all I ask. I don't know. It just kind of gets to me. But yeah, it's not a big deal. Not really. But anyway, yeah. So there's a nail polish named after me. Kind of, sort of, not really. But anyway, I'm wearing it on my nails. And then the last color is Cleo, which I use a lot as a glittery top coat, if you will. So anyway, yeah. that's pretty much it for this week, guys. A very short episode, but yeah, that's it. And so I hope everyone has a very, very, as usual, nitty week ahead of you, weekend. And I will see you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.
La 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 la.